those men killed my father, and that I have been branded by a fringe group as a Taliban sympathizer is absurd, but it's hurtful to my family and particularly to my mother, and I hate that.
Peterborough-Kawartha Liberal candidate Maryam Monsef furious after being labeled a Taliban sympathizer after this video surfaced.
I want to take this opportunity to speak to our brothers, the Taliban.
And in that moment, I tried to speak to those men in a way that they would understand, in a way that I thought would help. I was just trying to save lives. Just trying to save lives.
Monsef is running in the riding of Peterborough-Kawartha, a riding she won in 2015 and again in 2019. The riding of Peterborough-Kawartha is a mix of urban and rural voters. It's home to roughly 120,000 residents. And when it comes to federal elections, the riding has a reputation to act as a crystal ball.
People here are pretty proud of the fact that the riding is a so-called bellwether riding. Always votes federally with ends up putting in the governing party into power in this riding, with one exception, the early 1980s.
This time around, the four main parties are all represented by women.
My vision for my community and for my country is we finish the fight against the pandemic. We bump up our vaccination numbers.
We have a job strategy, a good job strategy that is connected to our fight for climate action based on the climate emergency.
The Green Party definitely made climate change its main priority because climate change is the overarching theme that has its hands in all the different sectors.
Conservative candidate Michelle Ferreri agreed to an interview but cancelled at the last minute. The four women representing the four major parties do have one male contender in the mix. A candidate for an upstart party that is being noticed for attracting anti-vax supporters to its cause. Paul Lawton, representing the People's Party of Canada.
And we will ensure freedom from mandatory vaccines and vaccine passports by opposing these mandates and other authoritarian measures imposed by provincial governments.
While candidates hit the home stretch of the election campaign, there's another pressing issue shoppers at the local farmers market have top of mind.
Healthcare and the opioid crisis is a major thing in Peterborough.
Dylan DeMarsh is on the front lines of the opioid pandemic, devastating the city's homeless population.
Over the last 10 years, we've seen a real increase in the number of people experiencing drug overdoses and drug poisonings. The last 3 years have been a major escalation.
As summer turns to fall, farmers here at the market and Canadians across the country are preparing for change. A change of seasons and a change of government. In Peterborough, Nigel Newlove, City News.